Good morning, Class 3 and Class 4. Welcome to reading for today. Today we are going to continue reading the Hodge Heg. So it's going to be the last day that we read this for this week, because tomorrow we're going to do something a little bit different, and then we're going to continue with it next week. Okay, so I'd like you to have a read, please, of chapter 4, and you're going to find this same place as you always do. Your questions to look at for today. Which word on the first page suggests Ma is worried about Max? Number 2, why do you think Max forgot to hide during hide and seek? Number 3, what does 5B leave outside for the hedgehogs to eat? Number 4, why do you think Max turned left instead of right? And number 5, I want you to think about what you know already about Max. What do you think might happen next in the story? So pause me, have a read of chapter 4, have a go at your questions, and when you're ready, come back and we'll go through the answers. Hopefully you've all had a go then at those questions. So, which word on the first page suggests Ma is worried about Max? The word anxiously. She says anxiously. Number 2, why do you think Max forgot to hide during hide and seek? Well, he was too busy thinking about how to cross the road safely, so he wasn't actually concentrating on the game. Number 3, what does 5B leave outside for the hedgehogs to eat? I'm turning into Max. They leave munchy meat dog food. If you've just written dog food, that's fine, or if you've just written munchy meat, that's fine, but together, perfect. Either is fine. Number 4, why do you think Max turned left instead of right? So he turned right yesterday and it had been a disaster, so he's decided to try a different way. And finally, your prediction, that can be anything you think, but I mean, I might have put something like that. I predict that Max is going to try the new way of crossing the road because he's such an inquisitive hedgehog. But whatever you've put is fabulous, and we will be reading the rest next week and we'll find out if you're right. Okay, bye.
Good morning, Class 3. We're on Thursday, the 25th of June, and today you're going to use your planning to continue a story with description. Okay, so that's what we're doing today. So it'll be quite a short video for this part from me. But pause now so you can get that written down. But you'll need the plan that you did from yesterday to help you with your writing today. Okay, so just as a reminder, there is the beautiful picture that we've been using for our description this week. I have got it here for you again, slightly smaller, and then there's the start of the story again that you're going to be continuing either for a couple of paragraphs so that you can leave on a cliffhanger for your reader, or you're going to finish the entire story. Okay, so just as a reminder, the start of the story is this. The king had known that the gift he presented to his children on their 5th birthday was dangerous. He was prepared to take the risk of letting them own a pet dragon, however. Oh, I think I changed that sentence in the other one. One day, the twins would rule the kingdom together, and they would need all the help they could get. No one could deny that a dragon was a powerful ally. Before that day, though, the children had much work to do. They had to train their dragon. Okay, so we had all those questions there yesterday, and all you had to do was make a plan of what you wanted to happen next in the story, decide whether you were just going to write a couple of paragraphs to leave it on a cliffhanger for your reader, or whether you were going to complete the story. It is your choice. There is as much challenge in that as you want, but remember, what we're focusing on this week is using those expanded noun phrases effectively to describe, paint a picture for the reader, and to enthrall them. Okay? So, today then you're going to continue the story. So like I've just said, either write the next paragraph, leave the reader on a cliffhanger, or you can finish it. So remember, you want to engage, enthrall, and paint a picture for your reader. So ensure that you use expanded noun phrases to do this. So if you get stuck at all, by all means go back to Monday's video because we've got lots of examples in there for using expanded noun phrases, okay? Now, you can do this over today and tomorrow. Tomorrow you've just got a grammar exercise again, which is just consolidating using expanded noun phrases. So you can split this, especially if you're writing, if you're finishing the whole story, you can split this over 2 days if you would like to. Just write a couple of paragraphs today and then your next few tomorrow. That's absolutely fine. Or you can just do your sort of cliffhanger paragraph today and leave it at that, and then you do your grammar session tomorrow. That's up to you. Okay, so good luck with that today then, guys. I can't wait to read them and have fun with it. Enjoy it. See you later. Okay, so we're going to move on to maths now, guys. Now you've finished your beautiful writing. And we've been looking at money this week, but today we're going to do something slightly different, moving on to what we'll be doing next week as well. Today you're going to have a look at multiplying and dividing by 3. Now, you guys are great at this. You've done so much work on it. So this is just a sort of consolidation and to recap what I know you already know, okay? So we're going to be looking at this, and we're going to be looking at different methods and how we can use those number facts. So really just consolidating what we know so far. Pause now then so you can get your date and LO written in your book. Okay, so again, you're going to have a lovely gentleman who's going to talk you through different examples and working out, and then he'll talk about questions 1 to 4 and so on. But you can either pause and do it when he says, you just have to kind of come off the video though, or wait and do them all at the end. That's absolutely fine. But remember, guys, they're not all the questions I've given you today aren't all going to be I'm not using all of the ones that the gentleman's talking about, because I'm saving sort of one question from each activity for you guys to do tomorrow on Friday. Okay?
Hello everybody, welcome to today's lesson. Today we're going to explore the 3 times table. We're going to look at lots of different ways of thinking about multiplying and dividing by 3. The first way, the first representation, is going to be some pictures. So what have we got here? We've got some, I think it's cupcakes baking away, and as you can see we've got 3 lots. And how many cupcakes in each lot, each group? Well, we've got 6, haven't we? So we've got 3 lots of 6, and if we counted them up we'd see that was 18. How do we write that as a number sentence? 3 times 6 equals 18. So that's one way we can see 3 multiplying by 3, when we've got 3 lots of something, 3 groups of something. The other way is when there's 3 in each group. So here we've got some straws in each cup. We don't have 3 cups, do we? But we've got 3 straws in each cup. So this time we've got 5 lots of 3 straws. So we've got 5 cups, 3 straws in each. So this time our number sentence would have 3 in, but it would be 5 times 3, which is 15. So 2 ways of seeing multiplying by 3. When we've got 3 lots of something, or when we've got a number of lots with 3 of something in each. Have a go at those 2 questions, thinking about where does 3 come in. Okay, so number 1, we can see we've got 3 lots of tins, haven't we? And we've got 4 tins in each group. 3 lots of 4 tins is 12 tins, and our number sentence, 3 times 4, is equal to 12. With the pairs, we don't have 3 lots, do we? We've got more than 3 lots. We've got 7 lots, but each group, each lot, has got 3 in. So this time we'd say 7 lots of 3 pairs equal 21 pairs. And our number sentence, 7 times 3 is equal to 21. So moving on slightly, we're now going to explore multiplying and dividing by 3 with an array. Here we've got our array on the screen. So an array's got rows and columns, hasn't it? Rows go left to right, columns go top to bottom. Let's have a look at the rows first. How many rows have we got? We've got 3 rows, so this is where our multiplying by 3 comes in. We've got 3 rows, and how many counters are in each row? 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 5. So we've got 3 rows of 5. How are we going to write that as a number sentence? 3 times 5. And that equals 15. Now let's look down the columns, because we don't have 3 columns, do we? We've got 5 columns. But how many is in each column? 3 counters are in each column. So we've got 5 columns of 3. So the number sentence there would be 5 times 3 is equal to 15. So we can see 3 times 5 is equal to 5 times 3. And that's called commutativity. Multiplication, the 2 numbers we're multiplying, we can do them in either order. 3 times 5, 5 times 3, it will get the same answer of 15. Can you think of another operation that's commutative? So you can do either of the numbers first. It's addition. 1 add 2 is equal to 2 add 1, so it doesn't matter which way around we do the calculation. When it's addition or multiplication, we'll get the same answer. Subtraction and division don't work like that. So let's put our multiplications to one side, and let's stick with this array, and let's explore division. Can we see how we can divide by 3? Let's use the rows to divide by 3. I've divided 15 by 3 there, haven't I? I've made 3 equal groups, and I've just circled one of them. The rows make the equal groups. So we've now done 15 divided by 3. 15 into 3 equal groups, and we can see is the answer is 5. How would we write that as a number sentence? 15 divided by 3 is equal to 5. How about down the columns? So this time the columns divide 15 into 5 equal groups, don't they? Because we've got 5 columns. So 15 divided into 5 equal groups, how many is in one group? 3. 15 divided by 5 is equal to 3. So we can see there, we look at our 2 division sentences, the 3 and the 5 have swapped places, haven't they? 15 divided by 3 is equal to 5, so 15 divided by 5 is equal to 3. I've given you 2 arrays there, so pause the video and see if you can complete all 4 number sentences for each array. Okay, number 1, let's use our rows first. So here I can see we've got 3 rows of 2 is equal to 6, so 3 times 2 is equal to 6. The column, 2 columns of 3, 2 times 3 is equal to 6. Now let's use our rows to divide. So we've got 6 divided into 3 rows, and we can see 2 counts on each row. And then columns, we've got 2 columns, so 6 divided by 2, we can see each column's got 3 counters. Number 2 is just the same idea, a bit more counting because it's a larger array, but just the same idea. So we have got 3 rows again, but it's 8 counters in each row this time, so 24. We've got 8 columns of 3, 8 times 3 is 24. Let's do the rows first for division. The rows divide into 3, don't they? We've got 3 rows, so 24 divided by 3 is equal to 8. And then we've got the columns, 24 divided by 8 is equal to 3. And we often call those fact families, okay? So knowing that 3 times 2 is equal to 6, we know all the rest of those facts. So you're now ready to have a go at the first 4 questions on the White Rose Maths worksheet for this lesson if you have it. Otherwise, have a look at the 3 times table activities on the BBC Bitesize website. You can, of course, simply keep watching. There's still plenty of the video left. We're now going to look at ways that we can use our times table knowledge of the 3 times table in some different situations. So here we've got a question, and our task is to put the correct inequality sign in the circle, so the equal sign or the greater than sign or the less than sign in the circle. What a lot of people do when they look at this type of question, they do the left hand side, fine, we know that 8 times 3 is 24. Then we see that 24 is on the right hand side, so we think, oh, it must be the equal sign, because we know 8 times 3 is 24. But they've missed out, of course, that on the right hand side, we're being asked, what is 24 divided by 3? When I'm doing this type of question, what I do is I note down the answer to each calculation underneath to help me. So 8 times 3 is 24. What's 24 divided by 3? Well, that's 8. So then I can really clearly see, well, the greater number is on the left-hand side. So we need to show like that. 8 times 3 is greater than 24 divided by 3. Okay. So there are 3 questions we have to have a go at. Pause the video, see how you get on. Question 1 only has 1 calculation to do, doesn't it? On the right-hand side, we've got 18 divided by 3, which is 6. So we know that 18 is greater than 6, so we'll put the greater than sign. Number 2, 3 times 0, well, anything times 0 is 0, isn't it? So we've got 0 on the left-hand side. 3 divided by 3, well, when you divide anything by itself, you get 1. So we've got 0 on the left-hand side, 1 on the right-hand side. We know that 0 is less than 1. And number 3, 27 divided by 3 is 9. And what's 3 times 3? Well, that's also 9. So this time, we've got equals, because 27 divided by 3 is equal to 3 times 3. Another way of showing the 3 times table is using a bar model. Here we've got a bar model. We've got groups of 3, along the bottom of it, and of course there's a missing number. How do we know what's going to go at the top? How many lots of 3 do we have? We've got 5 lots of 3, haven't we? Count them up. We now know how we write that as a number sentence. 5 times 3, of course we know that that's 15. So we'd write 15 there, okay, to complete our bar model. Pause the video, have a go at completing the bar models in questions 1 and 2. Question 1, there's lots of 3's there. There's in fact 11 3's, so that's 11 times 3, which is 33. Number 2, we don't have to fill in the total, we know the total, we've got to fill in each of the smaller section. So that would be 9 divided by 3, wouldn't it? Because you can see there, we've got 3 equal groups below the 9. So 9 divided by 3 is 3. We've had a bit more practice there of exploring the 3 times table, which means you're ready to have a go at questions 5 to 9 on the worksheet if you've got it. See if there are any questions back on the BBC Bitesize website, if you like, that you struggled with earlier, which you might be able to tackle now. And there's a little bit more left of the video after this pause. Okay, let's have a think about how we can use multiplication facts to find other multiplication facts. We've got 11 times 3 here, we know that's 33. Let's show that in an array. Okay, so we've got 3 rows of 11, and we've got 11 columns of 3. So we can see that one of 2 ways, can't we? We can see we've got 3 lots of 11 if we look across the rows, and we can see we've got 11 lots of 3 if we look down the columns. So that's what 11 times 3 means. It's really important, whether we're dealing with the 3 times table or any other multiplication table, that we've got an understanding of that's what it means. 11 lots of 3, 3 lots of 11. So how can we use that to find this answer? Because usually we just learn our times tables up to 12, don't we? 12 times 3 being 36. So this means 13 lots of 3. Because we can see we're still timesing by 3, so that hasn't changed. But instead of having 11 lots of 3, we've got 13 lots of 3. So how can we show this on our array? Well, we can do that, can't we? We've added 2 lots of 3 to take our 11 lots up to 13 lots. And we can see there we've added 6. So we're going to add 6 to 33 to get 39. So how can we use our knowledge of 11 times 3 is equal to 33 to find out what 22 times 3 is? Well, let's again think what's happening here. We're still timesing by 3. What's happened to the 11? The 11 has become 22. It's doubled, hasn't it? 11 doubled is 22. So what do you think is going to happen to our answer? 33. That's going to double as well, because it means 22 lots of 3 this time. So you can imagine 11 lots of 3 at the top in yellow. We need another 11 lots of 3. If we could draw them, if we counted those up, it would double 66. So that's how we can use one multiplication fact which we know to find out others. So you're going to have a go now. I've still given you 11 times 3, and there's your array showing 11 times 3. So have a go at those 2 questions. Okay, so 15 lots of 3, 15 times 3, well that's going to be 4 lots of 3 more, isn't it? It's 4 times 3 more. That's going to be 45, because 33 add 12, which is 4 times 3, is 45. Now 33 times 3, well this time we've not doubled 11 like we did with 22, we've actually multiplied 11 by 3. So we're going to multiply our answer by 3, 99. You're now ready to have a go at the last question on the worksheet if you've got it in front of you. If not, have a look, see if there's any more questions about the 3 times table on the BBC Bitesize website.
Okay then guys, so like I said, that last question, you've had a go at practicing it, but you won't need to do that yet until tomorrow, okay? So I'll show you what you're doing today. You've got questions, now I've missed out question 6 because it's one that you kind of needed the sheet for. So I've missed out that one for you, okay? But you've got questions 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Missed out 6 because you need the sheet, and then you've got 7 and 8 there, okay? So just have a go in your books then at answering those questions. Again, it's stuff that you've just been doing with the gentleman. Alright, so have a go at that, and then when you're ready, go through the answers. Now remember, and it's a lot, I understand that, you've got lots of questions here, and then if you've been doing all of the activities and the have a goes during the video, then you've done lots and lots and lots of maths, but that's fine. It's meant to be fun as well, and it's there for you to have a go. You don't have to do it all. If you'd rather watch the video and not do the questions in the video just so you can do the questions at the end, that's absolutely fine. Okay, it's up to you. So pause it now then so you can have a go at those questions, and when you're ready, check your answers with the next page. Okay, so your answers are here then. So go through and mark your work and see how you did. If there's any that you've not got right, don't stress, but what can you learn from that? Do you understand why you've got it wrong or what you thought? Okay, it's okay if we make mistakes, remember, especially if we learn from them. So can you just work out what it is where you've gone wrong, or what it is that you got mixed up with? Okay, well done guys, super work today, and I will see you tomorrow for Friday. Okay, have a great rest of your day. Bye.